Welcome back to Rowrah in Cumbria, our fourth visit of the season, our second for the Micromax UK Karting Championships. This is round 5. Let's have a look at the runners and riders this weekend. It's a small grid, just 7 in it. Oliver Hipkins will be racing the 13 kart. He's from Shrewsbury. From Cheadle Hulme, it's Charlotte Stanley on the 22. On the 37 kart, it's James Roberts from Liverpool. Fresh with new sponsorship, I believe, this weekend. Sepp Corking is on the 52 from Darlington. Aston Brown races the 57. He's from Hetton near Skipton in North Yorkshire. From Northern Ireland, it's Rory Armstrong, the new championship leader moving forward from Downpatrick. And Braden Boyd from Walshaw in Bury races the 88 kart. Let's have a look at the grid positions for this first race. 3 heats and a final, random grid positions for the heats. Oliver Hipkins and Charlotte Stanley are on the front row from James Robertson, Sebastian Corking. You've got Rory Armstrong, championship leader, in behind them. Hipkins gets a good start. Looks like Robertson's gone through, Corking's gone through, and now Rory Armstrong trying to go through, and does, down the inside of Charlotte Stanley. Drops her from her original P2 start down to 5th at the start. Not the best start for Charlotte. So it is Hipkins that has it then. Roberts looking up the inside though and goes for it in Ardell's hairpin. Hipkins looking for the switchback though. Looks like he's held on to it. He has got him on the switchback. Taps his helmet to say stop messing around. Let's get away early doors. But Roberts goes down the outside and grabs the position back. So it's Roberts now from Hipkins. That's Sebastian Corkin in 3rd. Rory Armstrong in 4th. James Roberts there from Liverpool. I believe he did get some sponsorship after our last programme when I was mentioning about if there were any dealers out there wanting to sponsor any of the kids, as Corkin goes up the inside for 2nd place, now running P2. When I say dealers, I meant car dealers obviously, as we go past Ollie Hipkins now, man from Shrewsbury now running in P4. I was talking about car dealers, but of course other dealers with cash are available if you want to sponsor any of the kids. Still James Roberts out front with Corking in close attendance. Bit of a gap back here to Rory Armstrong there in 3rd place. That's Oliver Hipkins. Red and white suit, Charlotte Stanley, then Aston Brown on the 57 and Braden Boyd on the 88. Going down the inside for the lead. That is Sebastian Corkin in the Stuart S's. Sweet as you like, past James Roberts. And Sebastian Corkin, if all things go his way this weekend, could come out of this round with the championship lead. It's Rory Armstrong that has the championship lead. We had a technical exclusion at the last round after the final that you may have seen. So it is Rory Armstrong that leads the championship at the moment, but he's there in P4. There he is picked out, championship leader, P4. But Sebastian Corking, if things go his way, or indeed, if they go Armstrong's way, could consolidate his lead. But Corking could grab the championship lead that he lost at round 2 at Wombwell. If things go his way this weekend. He won all the heats and finals at Teesside, of course, earlier in the season, and we're at Teesside for our next Micromax UK Championship meeting. So that will bode well for him. If he can go out of here with the championship lead, that will leave Teesside and Houghton Park as the 2 remaining rounds. Come down towards a little left kink there. Karts goes quite light into the right-hander. That's St John's. The left-hander here is Sunny Bend. And that brings you down to Paddock Bend. They're pretty much strung out here, all 7 karts. 0.43 was the gap last time. We'll see what it is when it updates this time. The timing on the left tends to update when all of the drivers pretty much have gone through the line instead of individually. For some unknown reason, not sure. But it is 0.54 now, it was 0.43. So 1/10 of a second that time. Quicker, the man out front on the 52. Seb Corking with his Sebastian Vettel tribute helmet. Rory Armstrong has set the fastest lap, a 52.87, but he's got it all to do at the moment. 1.27 behind the leader. Of course, about 3/4 of a second behind James Roberts in 2nd. Battle for 3rd's getting quite spicy. That's the one we may need to concentrate on here. That's Oliver Hipkins. That's actually James Roberts. The man in 2nd. There you see Hipkins hounded now by Charlotte Stanley as they come to Paddock Bend. Will Charlotte Stanley look up the inside? Well, she has a look, but doesn't take the opportunity to go by. But she's all over the back of Ollie at the moment. The gap now is 1.23 back to James Roberts. So that was a big lap for Sebastian Corkin. increased his lead by around 3/4 of a second on the man in second, and you can see clearly that Armstrong is getting closer, and another man getting closer in third place there is Aston Brown. Another improvement we're seeing from Aston Brown. Saw a bit of improvement from him last time, and again to be running with Charlotte Stanley, to have that sort of pace this time shows another improvement, and we love to see the kids improving. They will get quicker and quicker. Expect Aston Brown and Braden Boyd next year, when they're starting from random grid positions, to be certainly getting quite a few podiums, and indeed I would actually hope to see them taking some wins, at least in the heats, if not the finals, that's for sure. Hipkins now has put a couple of kart lengths between himself and Charlotte Stanley. Charlotte now is under real pressure from Aston Brown. Braden Boyd, there he is on the 88, a little bit of work to do. But Charlotte coming under pressure here from Aston on the 57 kart. That's McRae's hairpin, one of the big overtaking opportunities on this track. This is the battle for fourth that we're looking at, of course. This is Iredale's hairpin, another great opportunity. Talking of opportunities, here comes Aston Brown down the inside. He's on the right, Charlotte Stanley picked out on the left. Looks like Aston's going down the inside, has got it. Has he? He has! Into the Stuart S's, Aston Brown up to fifth place. As things stand at the moment, you can see the lead that Corking has. Wow! It was 1.57, that's not 1.57 now, that's more like 2.5 seconds, I would think. We'll get an update as they go through the line. This is a battle for second. Here comes Rory Armstrong down the inside, side by side with James Roberts through the line into the first chicane and grabs second place, and that's important from the championship perspective for the man leading the championship coming into the round, because he doesn't want Seb Corking to be scoring many more points than he does. It's 25 points for the win, 22 for second, 20 for third, so that's 2 points he's just saved if he can hold on to this position. The gap is indeed 2.29 seconds when they went through the line last time. Only 100th of a second separated Armstrong from James Roberts. There they are, second and third, just going under the drone now, coming towards us into the right-hander at St John's. It looks like Ollie Hipkins under pressure now from Aston Brown. So Aston Brown definitely showing improvement this weekend from what we've seen previously, and that's what we expect to see as the drivers get more and more experience. Aston Brown, one of the least experienced drivers in the field, and enjoying his racing. That's what we like to see, that's the most important thing. But enjoying your racing and getting better, there's no better feeling than that. And he's certainly got Ollie Hipkins in his sights now. Sebastian Corking sets the fastest lap on the last lap with nearly 3 seconds to lead. So this is pretty ominous for the rest of them. If he's got this sort of pace today and wins all the heats and the final, that will not be good for the championship leader, currently in second place. So for Rory Armstrong here, it might be a case of trying to limit the damage that's done this weekend, because Teesside is next, and we know that earlier in the season, as I said earlier, Sebastian Corking won all the heats and the finals comfortably at Teesside, and the other drivers are going to have to turn around that result if they're going to limit the damage in the championship. Last lap, Sebastian Corking, another fastest lap. The lead now 3.5 seconds, so it's just getting bigger and bigger. This does not bode well for the other heats about to come, heat 2 and 3. From random grid positions, and I think Corking's going to have something towards the front of the field, and that will be ominous, that's for sure. If he gets out front and he wins all the heats and then the final, that is not good for Rory Armstrong, nor indeed James Roberts, who's currently in third place going into the Stuart S's. Aston Brown doesn't get a sniff up the inside of Hipkins. This is a battle for second. James Roberts didn't appear at the first round, of course, but he can drop that 0 score from his total, so he's still in the mix to win this championship. But it's Sebastian Corking that takes 25 points, and he is well happy with that, as he should be. Rory Armstrong limits the damage in second from James Roberts third, and it is just Ollie Hipkins from Aston Brown, Charlotte Stanley, and then Braden Boyd. The official result looks like this. Fastest lap to Sebastian Corking in that 152.16. And of course there is a trophy for the fastest lap on the day. Join us in part 2 for Heat 2.